On Worcester News tonight, Worcester is ringing in the holiday season, lighting the city's Christmas tree at the annual Festival of Lights. Plus, UMass Medical School and UMass Memorial Medical Center raise funds for their most vulnerable patients in the neonatal intensive care unit. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. Today is December 1st, which means Christmas is right around the corner. Friday, the city of Worcester started the holiday season with one of its popular events, the Festival of Lights. The back of City Hall was full of holiday cheer, and those in attendance got to see a very special concert. Our Cam Jandro was at tonight's festival and has the story.
Anna, hundreds filled the Worcester Common Oval for the city's annual Festival of Lights celebration, and the city of Worcester kicked off the holiday season with a bang. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Worcester rings in the holiday season with the annual Festival of Lights. People gathered at the Worcester Common were given a special performance by Worcester native and American Idol contestant Jessica Cabral. Cabral says she's thrilled to perform in her hometown.
It's surreal. It's a great honor for me to be here and to be a part of such an amazing initiation of the holiday season. I'm very, very excited.
Food trucks, lights, and live entertainment were aplenty as hundreds packed into the Common. Kids in attendance are happy it's finally Christmas season.
I love Christmas more than anything, like too much.
We decided to come down here to see all the lights and the Christmas tree turn on.
The singing is nice, I like it. The spirit in the air, it's nice.
I want to see Santa and Mrs. Claus. I'm excited to see Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Now, unfortunately, the warm weather prohibited skaters from going on the ice rink today, but it definitely has cooled down, and the Worcester Common Ice Rink is now in season. Reporting in Worcester, I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
While many there enjoyed the Festival of Lights tonight, the event involved a lot of preparation and setup. Our Brittany Schaefer has a look at what went into this big event.
4, 5.
Worcester DPW crews hard at work Friday, setting up for the city's Festival of Lights celebration.
We'll be here at 6:30 in the morning, and we'll be out of here when the last cocoa is drank.
The sound system, lights, and barricades were final touches ahead of the Common's largest event of the year.
We had to do an initial cleanup of leaves and all this other debris, but we're putting up lights and banners. The lights inside the reefs and all the snowflakes in the Common is done by the Parks Department.
DPW has been prepping the lawns and the park itself, and they've been working for weeks just to get all the lighting on the trees. This is all our own crews who are doing this work.
The city's cultural development officer, Erin Williams, says she expects thousands to attend, and it's a great way to get the community to spend time downtown.
This is a special place to come. The city manager incited our staff to do over 100 events this year. Well, we've topped it. I think we're at 106 with this event tonight.
And the Common Oval isn't the only spot ready for the holidays. Williams says you can find Christmas lights and displays all around the city.
We also have the trees and such all around the Common, but also on Main Street that are a part of this celebration. And local artists decided to join in the fun for our fire and ice art exhibitions all down Franklin Street. City celebrating everything that's about the holidays.
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
UMass Medical School and UMass Memorial Medical Center held its 9th annual Winter Ball at Mechanics Hall in Worcester tonight. People from all over central Massachusetts came together to support the Academic Health Science Center to provide much-needed resources. The event has raised nearly $6 million since 2009 through sponsorships, live and silent auctions, and ticket sales. This year, the funds raised will go towards the neonatal intensive care unit.
We're going to raise lots of money for our neonatal intensive care unit. We're going to support research on diseases that affect neonates, and we're going to provide much needed resources to care for the tiniest and most precious children who is our responsibility to look after.
Last year's ball exceeded its fundraising goal of $1 million. AIDS Project Worcester celebrates its 30th anniversary today, which also happens to be World AIDS Day. AIDS Project Worcester is a nonprofit committed to assisting people with HIV and AIDS by offering advocacy, preventative screening, and support. Tonight's event included guest speakers and cultural performances by local groups. Candles were lit in memory of 7 people who have died this past year from the disease. Those we spoke with say while there's still no cure, they try to help people with their lives without stigma and with hope.
We work diligently to make sure that people live their lives with respect and dignity, and hope that people remember that even though there are medications, there are treatments, that there's still the disease, and we need to make sure that people are still aware of that. The risk factors are still there. We're still fighting.
So it has a lot of significance to it, and the night is combined with past tense, present tense, and future tense, because we look back at those we have lost and the struggles that we've gone through, and we also look at the hope that we have now in the present and the hope for the future, all the advancements that have happened and the ones that we wish to happen.
In the 30 years AIDS Project Worcester has been around, they've expanded their mission to helping people with hepatitis, other STIs, and most recently to combat the opioid epidemic through needle exchanges and getting people into treatment facilities. More than 100 local nonprofits have been chosen by the Greater Worcester Community Foundation as its 2017 community grant recipients. This year, there were 137 nonprofits chosen. Areas of interest for the grants include early childhood well-being, youth development, and healthy communities in the region. Jonathan Cohen, program officer at the Greater Worcester Community Foundation, says this year they gave more than $1.4 million in grants. He says they provide grants to nonprofits so they can do things like expand their services and grow.
The plus of getting a grant from the Community Foundation is that receiving a grant from us is in many ways an endorsement of the organization within the community, that they get a grant from us and they can tell other people, Greater Worcester Community Foundation supported us, how about you supporting us as well? So we, in addition to supporting their works, we hope that our grants are helping them leverage their positions in the community to improve their fundraising, their relationship building, and the like.
As nonprofits are able to apply for the grants mid-summer. Nonprofits can check to see if they fit the guidelines by going to the foundation's website. Meeting a need in central Massachusetts, a new medical marijuana dispensary opens in Leicester. The facility will serve hundreds of patients who were traveling hours to other dispensaries in the state. Our Rosalind Flaherty has more on the new facility.
Suzanne Mikowitz used to travel an hour to get medical marijuana. Now she only has to travel down the street.
I'm glad to see it's in town finally. You know, saves me a long drive.
Cultivate opens in Leicester Friday. It's the first medical marijuana dispensary in Worcester County. President Sam Barber says he saw a need in the area.
It's really been amazing to hear everybody's stories and how dramatically it's improved their lives.
The dispensary has 150 pre-registered patients. Barber says patients have to show a medical marijuana card and get checked by the state before they can enter the building.
It is providing access to a product that people know is improving their lives, and they're getting it in a way that they know it is of quality. They don't need to go to the black market.
The dispensary cultivates, processes, and cooks their marijuana into different forms. Barber says they worked with Leicester for years to educate about the benefits.
Right off the bat, we've created 20 jobs for a town that's, they're looking to create jobs. People are able to treat their pain with this medication.
Mikowitz agrees. She has a genetic disease where tumors grow in her nerves and says without medical marijuana, she would be in a lot of pain.
I have pain at times, yes. Itchiness is horrible.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Almost 18 years ago, 6 Worcester firefighters died fighting the cold storage warehouse fire. Support from the department came in from around the world to pay their respects to the fallen firefighters. All of the items sent have been kept safe. More than 80 containers of mementos are stored at St. Gobain. Retired Fire Lieutenant Don Courtney says every once in a while the department will still receive letters. He says the collection is a way to show the 6 firefighters are never forgotten.
We do this because we want the citizens of Worcester, Central Massachusetts, the Commonwealth, the United States, to know that we haven't forgotten what they did for us, that they were a light for us, that we could see them and know that somebody was out there caring for us while we were extinguishing the fire and recovering the guys. And the months and the years after, that they never forgot us.
Courtney says they're hoping to use a space in Union Station where all the items can be on display at a fire museum and educational center. The permanent winter parking ban going into effect Friday. The ban affects parking on both sides of the road between the hours of 2 and 6 a.m. It begins today and goes until March 31st. Additionally, parking on these streets will be affected anytime, day or night, when a snow emergency is declared. For those snow emergency alerts, you can text Alert Worcester or check the city's website.